Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a lot different than what you normally get from me. As you can see, it's a different background. I'm sitting on my porch, looking a little off, no makeup, no nothing. Just wanted to come raw and authentic. And if you're new to my channel and you just tuned in and you're like, oh my god, I thought this was a beauty channel, you look like shit. Thanks, so do you. But anyways, I made this video from my dad, and the crazy thing is I am not an emotional person at all. Like I'm sensitive, like I get my feelings hurt easily, but I'm very understanding, and I just don't talk about a lot of things that bother me. So this video is going to be a little tough, but I'll just start off by saying Friday morning, I also work, guys, on top of YouTube, but Friday morning I was on my way to work, and I just had this, like, and maybe you guys aren't into God, you don't have faith, you don't pray, you don't believe, whatever the case may be, but I do. And I just had this overwhelming, like, feeling come over me that I needed to make this video to my dad. And so much so that I was actually tearing up the whole way to work that day. Can't explain it. I hadn't been feeling a certain type of way, nothing. It just literally came over me. So I prayed about it on the way to work, went to work, had my normal day. By that evening, I was like, okay, maybe I was just tripping, whatever. So Saturday rolls around, and I'm getting ready to shoot my video because I always do my videos on the weekends. And I was just like so excited because I actually love making these videos and talking to people. It's so much better than my normal work week. So anyway, I'm getting ready, I'm putting my makeup on, and all of a sudden I'm overcome with this feeling again. And my eyes are watering, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what? Why? Like, this is not me. I don't do these emotional, I'm not touchy-feely. Like, you know, I care about everybody. I'm a really nice person, but when it comes to myself, I don't like to, I don't know. I just hold it in and I keep it moving, and I'm very accepting of how people are, and I don't know. That's just me. I don't like to sit around and judge people, blame them for my problems. I feel like everybody came from something and has some type of issue, and if you're the type of person that you're 40 years old and you're still, oh, well, I'm this way because my mom or my dad or whatever, like, it's time to grow up, take ownership for yourself, and you know, now you're the grown-up. Don't make excuses because maybe that's what your parents were doing when they were making mistakes with you. So that's kind of what I wanted to say about that, because I can't stand people that they can't take ownership. That's like a huge pet peeve of mine. Like, anyway, so for me to be feeling this way, like, it's totally off character for me. And if y'all don't want to watch this because it's like, oh, she's not laughing and joking and you know, my normal self, totally get it. But anyway, so Saturday I started tearing up, and I'm like, oh, suck it up, Gina, suck it up. You're putting makeup on. You don't want the makeup to run. You got to do an unboxing. And I did it. And like, keep in mind, I was looking forward to videos. I have more unboxings to do. And then it was just like, this feeling came over me where I just, like, I could not do anything else this weekend. Like, I couldn't get motivated to shoot a video, and I just felt like almost like God was saying, like, I'm not motivating you. I'm not going to help you until you do what I'm asking you to do. So I woke up today. I ran a couple of errands, whatever, and I finally am like, all right, I'm going to come home, take a shower. So I just took a shower, so my hair is like kinking up. It's weird. But anyway, threw on some clothes, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. So that's why I look any kind of way, but who cares? Like, I'm not perfect. Neither are you. And if you sit here and judge me by how I look, then move around. I don't want you on my channel anyway. So anyway, the reason I am calling this video Dear Dad-ary, it's also something that came to me. And I'm going to have a hard time doing this, so God help me get through this. But, so basically, I know many people suffer from mental illness, and including myself. I have what's called generalized anxiety syndrome. I have so many things that like I'm terrified of, and it's abnormal. So it's called generalized because it's not a certain thing. It's like several things that like set me off. I have to take medicine for it. If I'm not on medicine, I have a hard time just coping, whatever. Like, so if any of y'all have anxiety, like y'all can always hit me up. Like, trust me, I know. Like, I've sat there and felt like the crazy person in the room. I've had to leave meetings and, you know, just go outside to my car and cry because I just feel like I'm nuts. Like, why do I feel this way and everybody else seems normal? So anyway, with that being said, my dad also suffers from mental illness. And I believe he has anxiety, but I honestly deep down feel like his is more depression. And what has happened is my dad, and I'm talking to you as well, Dad, but I feel like over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, he's been dealt a handful of bad things and he's shut down. And I'm frustrated because, you know, I keep just, okay, it's fine, you know, he'll get through it, I'll pray for him. But I don't know how to help him. Other than, you know, praying is a big thing, but anyway, so a few years back, I was probably, 5 years ago, when we moved to Florida, so I'll say 4 or 5, he was diagnosed with skin cancer. I want to say he had a cancer on his nose, he had esophagus cancer, and he had prostate, like all at one time. It was just like, he happened to go for a checkup to the doctor, and it was like, holy crap, you have this, and then this appointment led to that, and that appointment led to that, and then he started going through chemo. He, you know, lost a lot of weight, lost hair, and my dad got really sick, and I felt like he got very depressed, and, you know, health is a scary thing, and so is death. Like, some people are like, I'm not scared to die. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but that's again, I have anxiety. Like, death freaks me out. Like, I can't imagine just one day not being there. And I'm pretty sure my dad's went through the same thing or is going through the same thing. So I prayed for him constantly, and I started noticing, like, my dad learned a text message, and which was great, you know, cool. We can talk on the phone, we can text message. It's ways he can shoot me little, you know, whatever, little comments during the day, and I appreciated it. And then I started noticing it became more texting, and it's hard, and less phone calls. So I'm an ugly crier, so I'm trying not to. And so anyways, and I would talk to him about it, like, hey, you know, I still want to hear your voice. And I would call him and no answer, leave messages, no answer. And to my 10 phone calls, there might be one from him. And if I missed it, then I missed my shot to talk to him. And he'd say something like, oh, you're ducking me, you're dodging my phone calls. And I'd be like, oh, I was at work. Like, it felt like he would call when he knew I couldn't talk. But anyways, I don't know if that's true or not, but okay, so kept praying. He beat the cancer. Everything was great. He came to visit. He had dramatically lost so much weight, and I could, you know, he didn't have the energy he had before. And that's fine, that's to be expected, but I think it depressed him because, you know, my dad's always, even whether he worked out or not, he's always had the, like, nice arms, the nice legs. He always had the stomach, but hell, oh well, that just runs in our family. I think we're just meant to be overweight. But he would, you know, he'd get out and go walk, whatever he wanted to do. We went fishing. My dad always took me fishing. Like, if we went out of town, these flyaways are crazy. So anyway, so that happened. And then my dad's sister died. I can honestly say, oh, here's the crazy thing. She died. We were living in the house I had before this one, so it was at least 2 years ago. I'll say, yeah, probably 2 years ago. And what was crazy was I went to check the mail, and I get this, like, you know, letter in the mail from my dad. And all it was like this little handwritten note, like almost like on a notepad. And it was like something simple. I can't even remember. Something like, oh, by the way, my sister died. Love, Dad. And then he had sent me the, you know, obituary thing. And I was like, what? Like, you didn't even mention, like, my dad only had one sister. And he never even mentioned, like, his sister died. And I just thought that was the craziest thing. So I call him and I'm like, how are you? Like, like, you have to open up and talk. Like, I feel like I'm always trying to get him to express how, maybe that's where I get it from, but I'm trying to get him to express how he feels. So I called him and he was like, I'll never forget, he had made a comment. I don't remember if this was text or a phone call, but I'll never forget the comment was like, he was the last one left. And at that point I knew, like, okay, now it's officially, like, all the, you know, the cancer scare, the sister passing away, now it's really officially, like, he's sunk in his depression. And since that statement he made to me, I have talked to my dad on the phone maybe a handful of times. And I'm telling you, this was a couple years ago. So, and I don't know if this video is going to help anybody, but I'm hoping it reaches out to you, Dad. And if anybody else needs to hear this, I hope it touches you as well. Anybody dealing with depression, anxiety, like, get help. Because it does, it affects those who love you and who care about you. So my dad probably thinks, oh yeah, you know, it's fine, they don't care, I'll send text. Because he's like me, we just kind of, yeah, it's whatever, we don't take ourselves too seriously. But I only have one dad. And I talk to people all the time, and I'm getting older. I'm going to be 39 this year. Trying to get myself together. I'm going to be 39 this year, and Dad, you're going to be 73. And now it's gotten to the point we don't talk at all. It's literally a text message once every couple of months. And we've always had a good relationship. You've always been one of my best friends. You were one of my heroes. And I'm scared that we're losing precious time and we're not getting any younger, and I hate this. I hate it with a passion. And at first the texting was good. But now, and that's the reason I named this video Dear Dad-ary, because that's what it's become. Every time I text you, oh, the ugly crying, I hate it. Every time I text you, it's like writing in a diary to my dad. And I'm wondering, am I ever gonna hear your voice again? And I lost my stepdad last year. He passed away. I mean, like, I don't know if this will pass. And I just hope you get help. I hope you see how much it bothers me. And I hope this heals our relationship. And I hope that God wanted me to make this video was for a greater purpose, because God, I feel like an idiot making crying on camera for YouTube to see. But I just want you to know this is how I feel, and I will always love you no matter what. I don't look at you in a bad way. I don't feel like you're a bad parent, and I'm not trying to come across that way. Like, I really legitimately feel you need to get help for your depression. And I want you to do it before it's too late and we can't make up these times. Like, I want to go fishing with you again. I live in freaking Florida. Like, anyway. So, that's that. And I got it off my chest. And I hope it touched you. And if not, and it makes you upset or mad at me, I understand that too. But I can't be the person I am and not be honest with you. And I can't keep having this feeling come over me like, do it. You need to do this video. You need to do this video. And honestly, Dad, like, if I could pick up the phone and call you and tell you how I'm feeling, this video wouldn't exist. I literally called you 3 times this last week from work, hoping, okay, it's a different number. Maybe he won't notice and he'll answer. That didn't work. And then I called you, I think another couple of times on my way home from work, just hoping you'd answer. And instead, I got a text. And so, that's it. I just want you to know how I feel. I will always love you. If you never come out of it and we never speak words again, I will always still respect you, love you. You'll always be my hero and my friend. I just miss you. And I wanted you to know that. I miss your voice, and I hope you're okay. And I just worry about you. So this isn't like a poor me video. I literally, like, I'm worried about you, Dad. So anyway, I'm going to end this message like that. Just tell you I love you. I hope our relationship improves. And just please understand where I'm coming from. Whew. And here's to one day we fish together again. Love you.